Hello. Um, Today, well, the last couple of weeks, I've been thinking about where drive-through lets you really make an impact, and one of those places is where they give you a text box and people are using it. Other publishers are using it, but you could put so much more into it. And there were two that really stuck out. Now, at the moment, there is, if you're watching this before March the 1st, there is the solo duo sort of feature going on. Now, last year it was a solo duo sale. This year it is not a sale, and most of the things are not discounted. And so it's nowhere near as good as it was last year. When I noticed that things weren't discounted, I immediately set up a sale. Um, so anyone going there, my things would be discounted. So excuse me 1 second. Um, so the way it's set up at the moment is anything more than a year old um, is discounted 20%. Anything newer than a year, there's no discount. It's almost like they're rerunning last year's sale, but not calling it a sale. So I wanted to set up a sale to give people that wanted my things a discount because it just looked wrong and it felt wrong. And so I set up a sale. Now, if you were to go to the drive-through homepage and then click on the sales uh, button, now you can't see it on screen if you're watching the video because this already is the sales page. Now, when you look down through the available sales, now the top one is the deal of the day. Um, Now, some people are doing a little bit with their text to make their sale stand out. Um, Now, that one, I don't know if purple really has anything to say, any connection with these people, whether they just picked it. You know, before March the 1st, scroll down through this. Now, don't laugh when you get to my sale, but I'm just going to say what I'm looking at now, they've just got one line of plain text. Okay, nothing significant in there at all. The next one has got a couple of lines of text and their company logo. The next one has a Chinese New Year button, but it's a even that's a little bit odd because it's a square button in this massive rectangular space. But it's this Chinese New Year sale that made me think, we can use images here. So if a small square button is good, surely a big image is better. So I'll continue to scroll down through these. Look, you've got plain text. Here you've actually got some bold text. That's now this one, one line of text, one product. It's not even their company logo, and much the same. Now in a minute you're going to get to my sale, and here it comes. Um, Now the image is this big because I wanted to see how big I could get an image in there. And this is probably 20 pixels too tall because I don't like having the scroll bar. But yeah, I've got some text here. I think on the next sale, I will do something with the typography because that too could stand out. But in this list of sales, I would contend that that one is the one that stands out. Frog God Games have got a sale in here somewhere. Did I scroll past it? They, but the only thing they've, oh yeah, it was actually directly above me. Their company colors are obviously green and they've used green text. So they're trying to do something in here, but I think they are massively underusing this piece of screen real estate. But, you know, when you go to this page, if you look at that, I would argue that I am making the biggest impact here. I just need to make that image slightly smaller and do more with the text underneath it. Make a bigger font, center it, um, uh, just make it stand out a bit more. So that's one thing where people have got this piece of real estate and they're not making the most of it. Um, I'm sure people end up hating me when this, as soon as it catches on that you can do so much more with this space, people will start to do it. It's always a little bit of an arms race, isn't it? So that is one area. Um, Sales in drive-through are a bit of a black art. When you set up a sale, the preview doesn't actually look particularly like what you'll get in the end. And then once you submit it, the it disappears and you can't edit it very easily. You can't see what you're doing. So it's one of the kind of poorer elements of the drive-through interface. But I don't run sales that often, but when I do, I'll be trying to refine the you know how this looks. Uh, but yeah, that's something. If you're going to do a sale, make the maximum use of this space. Now, I want to move on to something else, which kind of comes into the same thing. When you set up a product, you have the big area where you can put your product description, you put your cover, um, some of the metadata to do with the product, and there's a big long list of checkboxes where you can say it's in this category, that category, or whatever. It's a PDF, it's in English, all of those. And then below that, there's this box with a thank you note. And that is one of the few places where you can put external links. The drive-through don't really mind that much because people only see it after they've completed their transaction. Now, this is an order that I placed the other day, and when was it? 2 days ago. And the thank you note is just a simple thank you note. Saying thanks for checking out their first Dungeon World offering, blah blah blah. But there's no link. They could have either linked to their website, they could have linked to a newsletter, Mailchimp, anything saying, look, if you like my stuff, why not check out more of my stuff? And it's just a bit of a pity that they're not using it. Now, what I'm experimenting with at the moment is so I've done this. This is Soul Survivor. This is the book I released on Monday. I just bought it for myself, and the Soul Survivor note is follow this writer, and I've put in my social links. And now I want to change this. I'm going to put the email updates on the end so I don't get this horrible white space here. In my preview, that word wrapped, so they were neatly together. But if I go back to that previous page, hang on. Now that was the last order I placed. You will see how it would appear. All right, so orders, it was the very last order. So I'll view that. Yeah, so there you go. There's the order, and that's how it appears. Now, the attention grabber there really is the fact that this is color, and color draws the eye. Um, Now, it doesn't say thank you at the moment. What I'm working on is two versions of this. Follow this writer is actually intended to go on to the community content programs, because when you publish something, upload something for a community content program, you are the writer, they are the publisher. If I write something for the Miskatonic repository, it's published by uh, Chaosium, but it's written by me. Now, I don't want you to sign up for Chaosium's newsletter and their emails. I want you to follow me. So this is worded to follow this writer. Um, I'm going to have to change this line for my own products to, you know, thank you for buying, then the name of the book. You can follow me on social media, and here's the links. Just make it perfectly obvious what it is. But I just think that that is a really nice way of presenting this. It stands out. Um, I've chosen these round icons because that's what I use my website. So it creates a little bit of continuity should someone click through to the blog. But every icon is a link and every word label is a link. Um, so yeah, this is what I'm playing with at the moment. I've seen a slight uptick in Twitter followers since I've been doing that for the last sort of 5 days. I can't say that I've seen much of an increase on the other platforms, maybe a slight pickup on YouTube. So how effective it's going to prove, I don't know. Um, but I think this will be, as I refine it a little bit, um, I think this may be one of those things which gets me, 1 or 2% more blog followers, 1 or 2% more, newsletter sign-ups, Twitter followers, but everything where you can raise yourself just by a few percent above the crowd. These are the things which will, in the long term, help you accelerate away from all the other publishers. So that's it. So really, I'm playing with images and unused real estate. And so, yeah, don't just bang a bit of text into the thank you note. Have a real think about what you can put in there. What will DriveThru accept? What their coding strip out? I had to go through about 8 or 9 different generations of this to get something that really worked and looked good. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things. It's probably worth trying and previewing and refining. But yeah, this is what you'll see if you end up buying any of my stuff in future. You will start to see graphic icons. They're making it easy for you to follow me, and of course, people that follow me on especially with the email updates and the blog, they get discounts. So it's in the customer's best interest to actually follow me, even if they always buy through drive-through. So yeah, that's it. Unused real estate, make an impact, stand out, make yourself different from the rest. So that's what I'm working on this week. Okay, thank you for watching and listening.